What is animal abuse? The use of cruel weapons or merely just violence?
According to Animal Welfare Act 2015, neglect is actually part of the definitions of animals' cruelty as well as animals' abuse. In fact, in the responses that we have gotten from our market survey in the area of animals' abuse, least people actually knew that neglect is actually part of the element of animals' abuse. And therefore, it actually leads to the next biggest problem, which is animals' abandonment, where all these neglected animals will somehow try to escape from home and eventually become strays on the road.
Feed them.
Feed them or giving them food. I will feed the strays. Feed them.
Feed the stray.
As you can see, all the respondents say that they will actually feed the stray when they saw them. So basically there are two advantages. First, of course, animal will suffer from hunger. Secondly, their health will improve over time.
So, with the advantages, there are many disadvantages towards feeding the strays. Firstly, with a food source, there will be a colony coming around the food source itself, thus a colony will form. And next one, with a colony, they will definitely be reproducing. And with such a limited gene pool, definitely there will be physical defects due to such the limited gene pool within the colony itself. And last disadvantage would be that after the food source has disappeared, or let's say a person or the individual who is feeding the strays has gone away, the food source will definitely be gone and the strays will be definitely left to hunger all over again. So with having so many disadvantages just by feeding the strays, and we know that this is not the ultimate solution towards the problem, thus we think and explore further what can actually the public do when encountering such strays. Thus, we decided to go to take a visit to SPCA to visit the shelter itself and also ask the people in charge what should the public really do in light of this matter.
I want to ask you some question, like for example, what is the normal, like the ordinary issue normally faced by animal shelter as the problem?
The biggest problem is actually the number of animals that are being brought into the shelter.
Number of animals?
Yeah, so pretty much what it means is that a lot of people just like to bring the animals over to the shelters. Doesn't matter if it's SPCA, but any other shelters are having the same problem because we can only house so much animals. And if we go above limit, it actually means that the animals that are currently living in the shelter are going to have to make way for more animals. If that's the case, it is actually not a quality of life for the animals currently in the shelter.
So what can the public do actually to mitigate this problem?
Well, pretty much the education part is very important, but understanding from the community side is very, very important. We are, of course, an NGO. We rely on public funds to also run this place. So, which means that, of course, we do need, we do help as much as possible with whatever resources that we have. But we also have limited resources as well.
Yeah, honestly, what is your opinion in this? Should we, as a public, take all this, like adopt all this, like straight away, like once we see them?
That's a very good question. Now, there are two types of strays. When you're talking about the abandoned ones where you see on the street, you got to check and see whether did they actually roam out from other people's house or their owner's house. Second one is that are they actually really abandoned, especially for young kittens and puppies? Are they actually really abandoned, or are their mother dogs or cats? Are the mothers actually like somewhere nearby but was just going out to search for food? Unless you're talking about animals that have already been injured, they have been left by the roadside. Those type of animals, usually they have two choices. One is actually, if we can help as SPCA, we will actually take them in to actually provide the assistance for medication and things like that. So, which is why we need rescuers' help to actually bring them to the nearest vet, and maybe we can actually help with the fundraising part for medication or things like that. But the effort actually comes, if you want to help, you help the full cycle. You don't just help halfway and then throw it off somewhere.
So the full cycle will be, whenever you saw an animals, you need some time to actually determine
Correct.
is that animals actually abandoned, and then afterwards when you bring them in, you have to do the full cycle.
Correct.
So as a community, as a public, you have to have that responsibility to take care of the strays around you.
Correct.
So this is what a public should do
Yes.
to help
Yeah.
an animal shelter, to help strays, to help securing all these abundant animals.
Correct. That is very, very true.